guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today I am building a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom family home in the world of Oasis Springs, and the whole thought process behind this was to use the new items that we got in celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month earlier in the week. So that's what I'm building here today, and this is also a limited pack build. This is only using base game and jungle adventure, so hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to download. I felt like those two things went really well together. Obviously base game goes with anything, but we have a lot more like Hispanic inspired items in base game, and also a lot of the stuff from jungle adventure fits with that well, especially because the new pergola we got as part of this update has the same flowers growing up it as the flowers you get to crawl up walls that came with jungle adventure. So those are the 2 packs I am using, and this house comes in at 80,550 simoleons, and it is placed on the Sandtrap flat lot in Oasis Springs. And if you guys would like to download it, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find me under my ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi, or under the hashtag MissGryphi, and I will have all of that information in the description down below as well. But can we just talk about this brand new pergola we got? I placed it on the front porch and kind of tried to build it in as part of the house so we could have a front covered area, and it's so pretty. I go through a bunch of the swatches. I believe I end up sticking with one of these more orangey toned woods in the end, but there are so many pretty swatches on it. It has some like greens and blues, all the wood tones, different flowers growing up it. I mean, the same, but they're different colors, and it's just so pretty. When they did the live stream showing off these items, I could see that out of the corner for the longest time, and I'm like, please show it. I cannot wait to see it. I need to see it. I'm so excited. And it's nice to finally have it and to get to play around with these items. I know these came out almost a week ago now, right? But this was the first chance that I got to go ahead and play around with them. So of course I wanted to build something. And fun fact, over the last couple of weeks, I've been really wanting to build a house in this style. And I've attempted and scrapped so many, and then the Sims were like, here are some new items. So the inspiration came back, and I ended up doing this as a limited pack build, which I thought made it a little bit easier to make some decisions, which is always a little bit of fun. But I just talked over this weird stacked window situation I have in the corner here. I ended up putting flowers on every piece here, and then I thought it was too much, and I deleted some of them. But I just kept adding elements here to make it look a little bit more detailed and just experiment with it a little bit. But I think it came out okay in the end. You guys can let me know what you think of that funky little corner there. I thought it was just a bit of fun. It ends up being basically just a greenhouse, sort of. It's just a room full of planters, so nothing too wildly exciting there. And then this is the carport. I put a Show Live Edit Objects debug car over there. And then we got some new vases with this, or some new pots, I guess. And I think they are so pretty. The colors on them are stunning. Some of the things we got with this new update are just so colorful and fun. And of course, I tried to use most of them in the really colorful swatches because I don't use a whole lot of bright colors. So this was a really good chance to go ahead and do that. Obviously for the pergola, I used a wood tone, but for everything else, we have some bright colors. The table and the chairs, they're just so pretty. We also got a new grill, which is very exciting. I had every intention of putting it in the backyard, and I forgot until the last minute. So the very last clip of this build will be me putting a grill in the backyard and a couple of extra other things as well. But this is the terracotta that I end up using. It's a base game one. I know we got a really pretty one from Jungle Adventure as well, but I feel like I never used this one, and I just thought it was so pretty and fit really nicely here, so I ended up using that in the end. And then I used some of these debug grass patches. I like these so much. I feel like I overuse them sometimes in builds, like ever since we got Show Live Edit Objects. I just want to put them everywhere, but they look so nice. They're a little bit raised up. They already have a border around them, and it worked perfectly for this build in my opinion. So of course added that, and then some more trees that I also grabbed from that menu. Particularly like that one that I have out front over on the left hand side. I just think it adds a little bit of personality to the space, and then have a couple of chairs here on the front porch for your Sims to go ahead and relax in, and I guess watch traffic go by. I'm not sure there's too much exciting going on here in Oasis Springs. And then this is a weird thing that I'm doing here. So you guys might know in one of my builds, or a couple of them now, I've had birdhouses in the kitchen. It's become this weird meme on the channel and on my Twitch channel. And I streamed part of this build over on Twitch, and I kind of promised chat that I would add a birdhouse to the exterior of the house as well as in the kitchen. And then I realized I was only using base game and jungle adventure, and so we didn't have a birdhouse. So I had to make a birdhouse. So that's what you saw outside, and you're going to see one of those in the kitchen as well. So yeah, that's what that's supposed to be. If you don't want it there, feel free to get rid of it, but it's a birdhouse. I promised a birdhouse, so I made a birdhouse. Out back here, we, of course, have that dining space. There's a hot tub. I also really enjoyed that there was a glitch here with these half walls. And if you connected them to one, like something on a foundation, even though they weren't, it made the trim pop up. And I thought that was kind of a fun detail. So I decided to embrace it. So just working on some landscaping out the back of the house now. And then we're going to be popping onto the interior to work on the floor plan. I do have that terracotta tile throughout the whole house. I really enjoyed that. So I figured, we'd keep it everywhere. I think that's pretty realistic from what I've been told for these sorts of homes. And definitely not something I do very often. Most of my houses that I build have a lot of hardwood floors in them, maybe tile in the kitchen or the bathroom, but that's really it. And then in real life, everything's carpeted, at least where I'm at. So having tiles everywhere was kind of a fun change. And I think the floor plan came together really easily. We have the kitchen out the back, a small dining space, as well as a pretty cozy living room with this beautiful fireplace from Jungle Adventure. I don't know, something about it just came together so nicely. And I like how cozy each of the rooms are and having it more separated off instead of open concept, which is something I do very often. So, like I said, every part of this build was just a nice change of pace, and the kitchen ends up being kind of fun colored. Right now it's bright orange, but I do change it out, and it is one of the beautiful tiles that we got from Jungle Adventure. The first one we placed down, but this length of it, there we go. Words are hard sometimes, but this is the tile I end up going for in the kitchen, and I believe I also put this one in the bathroom as well because I thought that was pretty realistic. Here's our funky birdhouse. I hope you like it. It's a required thing that I needed to add to this, and yeah. Anyway, adding some of these shelves from Jungle Adventure as well over on this wall above the stove area. We also have a coffee pot and just a couple of decorations on the counters. I didn't want it to be too over the top, but we are moving on into the dining space now. And of course, I had to use this beautiful round table from Jungle Adventure as well. The dining room is a really strangely shaped room, so I thought that this made the most sense to go ahead and make as much of it functional as possible and just fit the space. I put like an extra chair over in the corner, thinking maybe that was a spare one, and another one tucked under that archway as well. I thought it was pretty realistic to have some spare chairs that you might pull out in the event that you have company come over or things like that when you just have more people dining than you normally would. So just filling up this hutch over here. I used these brand new pots we got so many times in this build. There's a bunch of swatches on them, and of course I was able to scale them up and down, so I used that to my advantage. And then we also got this beautiful new mural, and I really wanted to use it as a picture frame in the living room. So I used a bunch of these small painting debug items and scaled them down and positioned them properly all the way around this mural to make it a painting that was framed on the wall. And I don't think I used the one we have right now. I think I changed the swatch of the mural to this one. Yeah. I just thought it was a really pretty piece that we got, and I don't see myself using murals as often, but I thought as a framed piece in this house, it looked really, really nice. Also for the fireplace, I decided to go with this mustard yellow color, and I just think it's such a statement piece. I think I've only really used this fireplace in its more neutral swatches, like the very light whites and beiges. And then I added these bookcases on either side of it to try and make it look like it was all built in. And I'll be adding some shelves to connect it together in a little while and add a couple more pieces of decoration up here to make it a little bit more personalized to whatever family might live here. I like me some clutter. So I did me some clutter. Anyway, I think those shelves are coming in. Yeah, right here I am adding these shelves just to make it look a little bit more connected. And I believe I add some flowers on one side and a trophy on the other. We can use our imaginations on what the trophy is for. I'm not sure. That one looks like the most generic looking trophy we have in the game. So at least with base game and Jungle Adventure. I'm not sure if we have more generic looking trophies with other packs. I feel like everything looks very specific. Like, oh, you're really good at weightlifting. Oh, you're definitely a movie star or a singer or something. And this one just looks like a trophy. So that's why I chose that one. Here in the entryway, I'm using this lovely side table, which of course is from Jungle Adventure, and some more of that pot that I keep using, another one of those chairs. And then in the living room, I had the back corners. Wasn't sure what to do with, but since I had so many of these bookcases in here and I wasn't positive you'd be able to access them, I thought having another one over in the corner that you could actually use would probably be a good idea, as well as a toy box for the kids, so it's really part of the family room. But this is the bathroom. I had already put the furniture down when I was just trying to plan out the room, so this came together really quickly. It's just a shower tub combo, or as I like to call it, a shub, and toilet, sink. It's really simple in here, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Then just adding a little console table behind the couch here with a little plant on it. It just felt like it wasn't done yet. I needed more plants, as if that's ever actually true. I just add too many to every build I ever do. And we pretend it's okay. It's totally okay. But this is the master bedroom. I did use a base game bed. I just, for some reason, really liked this one. I thought it looked super cozy, so that's what I ended up using for this bedroom. And then we're adding some lamps and some shelves and trying to get the clutter going on in here. I felt very limited by the amount of paintings and wall decorations we had with just these 2 packs. And I think I only used things from base game for wall decorations. I'm pretty sure I did. I probably could have grabbed some other stuff, but I don't know. Just nothing seemed to be working the way I wanted it to. So I did struggle a little bit with wall art in this room, but I think it came out all right in the end. And there's just a couple of pieces. And then we'll be having a dresser over here, as well as the mirror, the one that's from Jungle Adventure that I use in every build that I ever make because it's stunning and beautiful and amazing and we need more of them. And I mention it too many times in every video I make. Yeah, that one, that's in here. I was happy to be able to add that. And then just another armchair over here in the corner. And I think that's pretty much it for the master bedroom. So then we will be moving on into the second bedroom, which I made as a bedroom for 2 children. So I'm just using this bed from Jungle Adventure in a couple of different swatches. I have the mural over on this side in a different swatch than we used in the living room, and it actually being used as a mural. I thought that was a bit of fun for a kid's room. And then some posters and just painting a couple of the walls as well. I thought having some accent walls in this room would be nice. And then this swatch of the carpet in here, of this rug, was so perfect because it has the pinks and the yellows and just some other colors. I just thought this room was really fun to put together, and I had fun just like with the rest of the house experimenting and seeing what worked. So we have some trees over here in a couple of different colors, and then I'm going to have some cabinets up here for storage, and that's pretty much it. Back into the kitchen, I decided to swap out the counters and use the ones from Jungle Adventure instead of base game. I am not sure if I still agree with that decision or not. I kind of liked the base game ones better, but you know what? That's just what happens when you make speed builds. You watch yourself do things and you're like, why did I do that? So that's an easy thing to change back if you would like to change it. But anyway, we were coming to the end of the video now. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'd love to have you join us. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Just adding a couple last skill building items, that easel, a couple of planters, and checking the landscaping, adding a tiny window up top and some more plants, and then we'll be heading on into screenshots. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.